Aries, what's going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. We're in Cancer season. We are coming up on Neptune's actually going into retrograde this week. We had our our new moon in Cancer last week. And I feel like there are a couple retrogrades popping up, like I said. So Neptune later on this week, and we have Mercury and Saturn going into retrograde later on this month, mid-month. So Saturn and Neptune are actually on top of each other. They're both in Aries, and it really is delivering this message to us to learn to see, assess, trust our intuition. Yes, sometimes in retrograde, Neptune can feel like highlight illusions or places like where we kind of let our mind run wild, etc. But there is this strong pull to trust yourself, and not everything is as it seems. Not to be all ominous and like foreshadowing, whatever, because that's not necessarily true. There's a lot of energy that is empowering us right now, empowering us to make decisions, choices, changes that really honor our heart, our mind, our soul on a deeper, more authentic level. And we're getting a lot of support to do that, like I said. So these retrogrades really slow down the pace that things move, and it forces us to see the places where there are those disconnects. And I feel like a lot of the work is trusting and relying on what our intuition is telling us to do. That's also why I like to start the readings off with an energy cleansing. Just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. Cleanse out any blocks, obstacles, limitations you might be coming into. It's a really great time to set your own intention as well, especially if you have something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a really good way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your personal situation, how things are faring, where they're headed, or if you're interested in more of a realignment of self, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're feeling strong, grounded in ourselves, that's really where we're able to manifest our happiness, our abundance, our fulfillment. And we all deserve that, right, Aries? And I would love to help support in whatever way possible. Definitely hit me up. All the info is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. All right, Aries. So like walking into this week, you feel really like confident and clear about something. I don't know, like I'm hearing like you're not missing a step. You feel like I'm hearing this as like moving forward. You could be moving physically, take it if it resonates. Never force a message to resonate if it doesn't. But I'm hearing more that this is about moving forward. Like, right, you're taking a lot of steps to just be okay, be at peace with what things are, find some level of acceptance. And I feel like there's this, like you feel like you're doing that. You feel like you're strengthening yourself. You feel like you're confident, right? But what I'm also hearing is like to be mindful about how much that confidence clouds the reality, because there is still a need to be cautious. It feels a little bit like when I don't want to say this because it's not a negative thing, but it's just like when we get a little overly confident. And we still are in maybe a little bit of an energy where you're still building, you're still growing, you committed yourself to something, and you're still strengthening that commitment is what I'm hearing. It does require certain boundaries to be set, and I feel like you know this, but I feel like you've kind of had to make some adjustments. Like, it's not so clear cut. Like, you know, sometimes, here's the thing, when we're pushing towards what we want, what we're trying to manifest in life, it's not always straightforward, right? Like, it's not always A plus B equals C. Oftentimes there are things that come up to kind of detour us a little bit, or things need to play out so that the pause button gets pushed, that type of vibe. What I'm seeing is like there is a slowing down of energy for you. So as much as you feel, and this actually makes a lot of sense, as much as you feel strong, confident moving into this week, Spirit's slowing you down just because of the fact that you're not really completely listening to your instincts, intuition. I actually feel like it's kind of easy for you to turn that off this week. That can be the difficulty with fire energy, because you are really good at like pushing forward and making things happen. And there's a lot of value in that. Also, sometimes it's not even missing the lesson, but it's kind of like, if you push something too hard, it might not get the same result, is what I'm hearing. So 3 of Cups, Knight of Cups energy, giving someone, you know, a hand of friendship on some level. I feel like you have made boundaries, but you're letting bygones be bygones, is what I'm hearing. Like, you're kind of just at peace with whatever things are. There are some things that are moving forward. But like I said, I'm also seeing there's more to the story. And that's where I feel like Spirit's really asking you to slow down a little bit this week. I think you are a little softer in your energy, but I think at the same time, I don't know. I feel like you might be relying on someone or something a little too heavily. Because we have this confession card coming up in your near future. And so I feel like that's kind of what I'm saying, hearing that, like, or seeing whatever, more to be revealed. There was something about a situation that, like, I don't know, it kind of was a dynamic that needed to be solved rationally. It looks like you made those decisions. And that's what I feel like you found some level of success or comfort in being really rational about your approach in regard to something. And this might have even been something that you were working on with a Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, or just someone who's like, you know, like, I'm hearing this as like a collaboration or helping you through something, etc. And it looks like you really relied on this person's perspective, on their opinion. I don't know. I don't think it was necessarily an easy thing to do, because Swords energy and Pentacles energy is very different. They can both be very rational and practical, but the thing about Earth energy is it has a little bit more water in it. So it can kind of, in its decision making, it will take into account someone's thoughts, feelings, etc. Where you're just more like cut and dry, it's the numbers, right? It has that kind of vibe to it. And I don't know, like, whatever this is it kind of looks like it was a little bit difficult to navigate through. There's a lot that is on the table, is what I'm seeing. And I don't know, someone's a little bit stressed out about something. Someone's stressed out about something, and it's changing the trajectory of a situation. And there is this part of you that, like, I don't know, like, things, whatever has kind of shook out, things are starting to change. And you can feel this. Maybe you're not paying attention to it as much. Maybe you're focused on whatever you have going on over here, whatever this is that you're working on with this Queen of Pentacles energy. But it also looks like other things are happening in the background, and it is kind of heralding this time of change. And here's the thing, I don't know, like, I feel like, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but I think it does kind of okay, so it just looks like things, it changes, but it changes things that are actually good for the whole of the situation. Because something was kind of getting involved or stuck in the middle of whatever you're dealing with, like this Queen of Pentacles, because seeing it push you towards this King of Pentacles energy. So instead of just kind of taking this really rational approach to everything, you're actually like working in harmony, in partnership with someone else. And it's heralding actually a new beginning that's pretty passionate, that's pretty powerful, and moves things in the direction in a new way. But honestly, it looks like something just has to fall apart in order for that to happen. Okay. Protect your energy this week. Try not to overwhelm yourself. I feel like you are sensing or picking up that things are changing a little bit, and you're kind of just waiting for everything to fall into place. I don't necessarily see you doing a lot this week, but I also see that it's really important to make sure that you're staying balanced, Aries. Don't get too overly driven. Don't get too selfish in your energy. Make sure that like you're giving to those around you. I feel like you're kind of, again, you're trying to like figure out what's the quickest, easiest approach to everything right now, because there is so much uncertainty and there is a lot up in the air. And so I feel like it's really picking and choosing what you're going to engage with, what you're going to invest in. I don't take offense at what others say about me. So kind of having a strong backbone this week. Like, it's this energy of you not being afraid to like devote what you need to yourself, but also don't forget about people in the same breath, if that makes sense. When I feel upset because what others say about me, I just waste my energy. In the end, the others' opinions are not about me, but a product of their egos. When I ignore their opinions, my approach to life becomes objective and I enjoy life. I think that's a really hard thing to do. It's a really hard practice, but it's also a really great way to save energy, right? It's a great way to save time. It's a great way to save energy. It's a great way to protect yourself as well. So then you're not dumping or wasting necessary resources. I go deeper in my life. Life is an adventure. I seek wisdom in life. I transform fear into love. I accept pain and transform it into wisdom. Sometimes we just do come up against those obstacles. And as much as I don't see like huge barricades in front of you, I see transition. Maybe it's unexpected. Maybe it's not how you wanted a situation dynamic to go. But at the same way, it is allowing you to connect deeper with life and accept pain and use it as that transformative tool. Again, it's hard, but it's the silver lining. I appreciate what life gives to me. All that I need is around me. I just need to align myself, focus, and express gratitude. When things do change, it does kind of tip the scales, so to speak. And part of life is about being open, fluid, flexible to whatever we need to do to support ourselves in those times and moments. And that's kind of where ignoring or turning a blind eye to whatever is actually doing a disservice to you this week. Also, like I said, we have that Saturn and Neptune in Aries right on top of each other. So we're learning to trust ourselves on a deeper level as it is. And a lot of the experiences where we're being challenged to do that might be a little bit painful, might be a little bit hard to look at, but they're helping us transform. And it's like, you're getting that. You're getting the information that you need. Try not to overly self-protect. Give yourself a little love, a little space, a little grace, because you definitely need that as well. Protect your energy, and Godspeed. All right, Aries, thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I hope you enjoyed the reading and found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below. I love to hear, say hey, or just share in a little love, little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.